Howdy again. So I'm just going to give you a recap of the second full day and also the first full day, because I haven't really spoken about that. I wasn't filming. I didn't know if I was going to keep going or not. It was actually, today's Monday night, and it was actually Saturday night I was reading Steve Pavlina's blog about polyphasic sleeping, and I was actually planning to do it in a month to give it a go. But 8 PM Saturday, I was feeling quite tired, so I thought, right, I'll try and have a 20-minute nap and see what happens, and I went out pretty quick. Woke up 20 minutes later and I was refreshed, so I thought, right, this is pretty cool, it's going to be easy. Midnight Saturday I laid down again to try and sleep for 20 minutes, but didn't. Then 4 AM Sunday, I set the alarm for 4:20 and I slept until 7:50 AM, and then because that was 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock, which was my next scheduled nap, because I was going to nap at 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, every 4 hours like that, just cycling around. So at 7:50 when I woke up, realised I'd overslept. I just set the alarm for 8:20 again and continued sleeping, but overslept again till about 10 to 11. So right, it's not a great start, but it's a start nonetheless. The next scheduled sleep was 12 o'clock, but I just missed that because I'd had such a big sleep, so my next one was at 4 PM, and at that stage I was training at a Kung Fu school in central Hong Kong, so I just put down some Pilates mats and had a lay down there, and I didn't fall asleep, but it was quite a deep rest for 20 minutes. Then after training I came home, and at 8 o'clock I laid down again and I didn't sleep. Midnight Sunday, didn't sleep. 4 AM Monday morning, which was the second full day today, I didn't sleep. So by 8 AM I was, I think the last 28 hours had sort of started to take a toll on me. So at 8 o'clock for my lie down, I went out pretty quick and woke up at 20 past 8 when my alarm went off. And I got up, I was quite fresh for about 5 minutes, and then started feeling fatigued. I was trying to sort of sit up or stand up so I wouldn't go back to sleep, but I ended up just lying down on my mattress watching some YouTube clips of Aya, another lady who's done polyphasic sleeping, or did it for quite a few months, quite a long time. She's very sort of bubbly energy, and it's quite good to listen to because she has a different sort of perspective, maybe not a different perspective, but it's just good to listen to what she went through and sort of think how it can apply to you. That's why I wasn't too worried about not sleeping, not being able to sleep for a few times, because it's not important how much time you sleep or how deep the sleep is. It's important just to lie down at the scheduled time and start conditioning your body by saying to it, right, this is when you can sleep and this is for how long. It's up to you to make the most of it. Sort of a very reconditioning process. But anyway, so at 8:20 when I woke up I was feeling quite tired again watching the YouTube videos, and I'd been there for ages and I was thinking, right, is it nearly 12 o'clock? How close is it to 12 o'clock midday for my next scheduled nap? And I looked at the clock, it was 9 o'clock, so it was only like a quarter of the way. So I thought, right, I'll try and have a shower. Went and had a shower to freshen up, and that lasted about 5 minutes. And then I decided to, you saw in one, you could see in another video that I did earlier, I went for a walk and bought some guitar strings and just got on my feet, and that was good. Which is kind of common sense, but when you're tired it's difficult to sort of actually get up and be on your feet and go out. But once you're out there, you've got no sort of desire to just sit down and sleep or whatever. So what was the next one? It was midday. I had another good sleep, and that, I think, from what I can tell so far, I think the 8 AM to 12 noon will be my difficult stretch, just because of my history of sleeping. I've always been a night owl, where I stay up all night doing whatever, writing or playing guitar or whatever, and then when the sun comes up I often go to sleep. So 8 AM I go to sleep on this sleeping schedule, but I can only sleep for 20 minutes, and so then I'm up for another 4 hours. So maybe mentally that's going to sort of be the most difficult part of the day. But during the day, 12 to 4, I was feeling great. Oh, that's right, on before 8 o'clock, before I sort of crashed after being awake for 24 hours or whatever, I went to a park nearby, that same park in another video that I did, It was like 6:30 in the morning, and it's just filled with old Chinese people doing Tai Chi and all kinds of physical exercises. And I remember walking to the park or getting to it, I was feeling quite just filled with ecstasy. I knew that I was fatigued. It was almost like I don't think it was sleep deprivation, maybe it was, but I was just feeling really high and great. And I took my shoes off in the park, just walking around in circles, and I was just really bubbly, and I couldn't believe it. And then I had that thought, maybe, to have that high, you're going to have that equal opposite low, which is what happened when I woke up at 8:20. So in the afternoon anyway, 4 o'clock, I had another sleep, and at that stage I was thinking, right, this is going to, the 12 noon and the 4 p.m. sleep was quite easy. So I thought, oh, alright, I'm getting it. But then I remembered hearing from someone else, don't get overconfident with the process, because it's going to be a cycle of ups and downs where it's difficult, it's easy, it's difficult, it's easy. And then so the 8 o'clock sleep tonight, it took a little while to get to sleep, but I definitely woke up and I was fresh. And I can really see where this is going, even though I think it's going to take probably a month just to sort of really get into it and get past that adaptation stage. But it seems very promising in terms of having extra time. And I've always, if I've had a sleep, whether it's 6 or 7 hours or a longer sleep, I'm always, when I get up, I'm groggy. I've always been a grumpy not old, but grumpy guy when I get up in the morning. I don't really want to talk to anyone. But now, if I get any sort of sleep, when the alarm goes off, I'm up and I'm fresh. I've still got that sort of residue of sort of fatigue clouding around me, but I think after a month that might go, hopefully. So it seems promising. I'm going to give it another month and see what happens. I'm sure that eventually I'll go back to normal sleep at some stage, but I think it's something, this polyphasic sleeping is like, once you've done it once, the second time to get back into it, you just know what the process is, so you'd be much more relaxed about it, not sort of anxious about, is it going to work, or when will I stop being tired. Anyway, I've been talking enough, so that's the end of the second day, the first 2.5 days. I'm probably not going to eat like 3 or 4 videos each day, maybe for the next 7 days, just do one at the end, just sort of recapping some points that sort of stood out. And by the way, my name's Mick, if you don't know already, so pleased to meet you, otherwise known as Hobo Jesus sometimes, but not really. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.